Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ginger on the Rocks with your host, Adam Camp. Thank you for the views this last week. I was just kind of I was actually talking about my iWeb um, website, but that's far along in the past. I'm now on Tumblr. You can probably see my attachments from there, both videos, recordings, websites. I have something out right now about a good friend of mine doing something for Parkinson's disease, Joe Kim. You can check out that link on my blog, as well as a podcast on the Celtics and Cavaliers from Sunday. I should provide a basketball video tomorrow. I'm also going to watch the New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow on ESPN, and I'll give you a recap a little bit after the game, both on that game and the upcoming season. And we'll talk a little bit about March Madness, maybe give you my picks in the coming weeks. But today I want to talk about American Idol Tuesday night. I really think that Shaban and Crystal are in the driver's seat for the women. I think they can at least coast, barring breakdowns by both of them tonight. If they forget words, if they don't connect at all with the audience, if they give a dry performance, if they don't sell themselves well with the judges based on whatever critiques come to them, I think they could be in trouble. But aside from that, I really don't think there should be too many problems with those two ladies and how they're doing. And I would say Lacey could possibly be in the mix as well. She meshes so well with the camera. She seems very comfortable in the spotlight, very intimate with the cameras and with the crowd, and I think that will bode well for her going into tonight. But talking about the men, I think the men, it's definitely a weaker group. Whenever I thought about it, I was thinking, well, who's really safe for the guys? And I think the only person who is safe for the guys is Big Mike. From what Mike did last weekend to the week before, I mean, if you want to talk about an applause meter, his applause meter has increased per week. Contrary to somebody like Andy Garcia, which is really depressed ever since that Paula Abdul song. So Andy needs a big night, as well as Casey. They're both very talented. They know exactly what they want to do as artists. It's just that they have not had huge moments in the last several weeks, and they've been able to cruise with that over during the semifinals. But that won't do well for them tonight, especially if Tim Urban and Aaron have good performances this evening. Lee DeWise, he's very David Cookish. He has a rough rocker voice, so the Rolling Stones should be very easy for him. So Lee DeWise and Casey should both be in their element. I think for the women, Crystal will be she should be able to cruise as well, and I think Paige, with her big voice, that she could be able to do something with her gospel soul style into a Rolling Stones song. I'm not huge into the music industry, but I definitely know how to judge a good or bad performance. But I definitely think that danger zones this evening will come for Katie. Has a lot to prove. Everyone was shocked based on Lily's her losing last Thursday, and so Katie has to give a huge performance. It's a good thing for her because she's attractive. She holds herself very well, almost too well for a 16-year-old. I'm pretty sure that most people forget that she's even 16. Aaron just pervades a 16-year-old. He has bad posture. He has a super voice, but he annoys me. He really has to shape himself up well if he wants to continue on in this contest. I definitely think that Crystal will gain some of the votes that Lily lost. A lot of Lily's fans will go into the crowd for Crystal, but I didn't like Crystal's performance on Thursday night when she came into the top 12. She seemed very annoyed, impatient with the process, and she didn't seem excited at all to make it to the top 12. I understand her intensity and her drive with her children and what she's wanted to do, but it's not completely different to a Big Mike situation or Andy's situation, there are several contestants this year who have children, are wanting to provide for their family, and have great talent. But Crystal, she can't become a prima donna before she sells 1 million copies of an album, and she's very far from doing that. So she has to shape that up. But I think tonight the possible contestant to not make it from this evening will be, drum roll for a little bit, and I am going to say Katie. I think that she's young, she's still struggling in who she is. Lacey, Siobhan, Crystal, even Paige. I think that they will. It's close between Paige and Katie, but I will say that Katie will not make it after this evening. I'm sure there will be some disagreements with the content of my video. I hope you all can give me your fair share of comments and so on and so forth. But until then, have a good rest of the day. Hope you enjoy Idol tonight, and see you next time.